Your whole world was upside down.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me try this.
You- eh,
I mean, I got my whole titties out.
Woo! Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. We have braved the Lone Star State. We done kicked it in Cashville for one purpose and one purpose only. Look at all of this. Look at all of this. Look at all of this. Look who on camera.
Yeah, it's implied. It's implied with me.
How you gonna take yourself off camera before I throw it to you to do an introduction, Mike?
Okay.
Okay. He need an intro.
Wait, an intro?
History in the making.
Intro.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. I
we
was
had
seeing,
intro. Michael needs an intro. You know.
yeah, I was
I'm
in.
not intro. Y'all got it.
Just do it. Do it.
Nah. Oh, y'all want me to do the intro because I see what this is.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
You went first. Yes.
Oh, because I was first to go. Oh, child. It don't matter.
Yeah,
I had to wait 2 months for y'all to go to this damn show. That's the most stressful thing ever when your friends, even though I went with my boyfriend and my best friend, like my other best friends, I have to wait on them to go see the damn concert. So I couldn't send y'all nothing. Like nothing. But it was fun. I'm glad we all got to experience it. Definitely hands down tour of the decade and probably the tour of the century. I don't know how she's gonna top this because it's like if there's more tours, like what else can you do? But great tour, great. I'm so ready to like really get into it with y'all just because, like I said, I had to wait and I was really ready for y'all to see it just because I know this was y'all first concert and everything like that. So I was excited for y'all to see like Beyonce, like for real. Like I could not wait. Like I've seen her 3 times. Raleigh was my first time Formation World Tour. Then I saw her and Jay-Z in Columbia, South Carolina, following the Run Tour 2, and then Nashville for Renaissance. And Nashville is lit. I think everybody should go to Nashville for one time because Nashville was lit. But it was fun. Like I was excited to go to another city. Even though she came to Charlotte, tickets were a little bit more than what I wanted. And for the seats that I got in Nashville, I paid half the price that I would have paid in Charlotte. So it was like a win-win for me. But yeah, it was like I still get goosebumps. I was watching my videos today. Like I still get chills and goosebumps from what I experienced at my show. Like crazy. Madhouse. So yeah.
Has it? Yeah. So like that was such a because this whole experience for me, this has so much more. Like it's one thing to just go to my first. This was my first concert ever. I've been to conventions, I've been to wrestling shows, but as far as pure musical concerts, this was my first. And I don't let everybody know my business. I don't let them know how much of a Beyonce fan I am. I just turn up and with her music and everything. But Renaissance touched my soul so, pun intended, so much. So I was like, man, it would be dope to see it. And then not only did I see this as my first concert, but as y'all have seen, I linked up with the good sis to my left, the good bro down there at the bottom. And we saw Beyonce, and that just made a once in a lifetime experience even that much more once in a lifetime. And it just made me want the 3 to become 4 soon enough. But that's a very important topic for another day. But for right now, I'm gonna focus on the experience of the Beyonce concert. And I can just say, I echo everything Mike said. This is, in my opinion, concert of the decade, concert of the century. No other concert can compare because it's just something that you just can't quantify. You can't, like, this woman wasn't just singing. She wasn't just la da dee, la da da la da da la. No, it wasn't just that. She gave you the vocal. She gave you the choreography. She gave you the interludes. She gave you the visuals, metaphorically and literally. You know, she gave other folks time to shine. She gave it all. She gave you the new stuff. She gave you the previous hits. You know what I'm saying? She brought out the it was a spectacle in and of itself. And then the atmosphere for me being in Dallas, Texas, being in the $1 billion playpen of Jerry World, home of the Dallas football Cowboys, and all of that, was something spectacular. And then just being there with my family, and Mike was there too in spirit, because I keep misremembering, and I'm always going to tell this every time we talk about Renaissance when we go into the concert. For some reason, I don't know why, I thought he told me she doesn't play Heated.
I don't know why you thought that, homeboy.
And Heated
never. Like, I never said that. That's why I don't understand. Like, how? Like, where did you get that from? Like, where?
And Heated is my favorite song off the album. It's my favorite song off the album. So once Move was transitioning to that, it was like I could have went to the upper room. I could have just fell out. They would have had to call some folks in different states to let them know I'm up in a Dallas hospital because of that. And I will never forget that night. I will never forget that night. I will never forget that performance. And yeah. Who got next? Who wanna?
So this tour pretty much solidified Beyonce's stardom, like just her creativity, her passion, her hard work. Because you always hear it. You always hear people say Beyonce is the hardest working woman in show business. Like, you hear it all the time. But just seeing it in person, you're like, she thought out every little detail, every little aspect of it meant something. Aaron will go into more detail about the different meanings and everything, but just the atmosphere. What? Oh no, sir. Oh no, sir. No,
all right, so
Tay, don't start that bull. Like, don't even start with me.
We gonna let Mike dictate how many more strikes you got left off of that one, because we gonna let Mike dictate the flow of the pace of this one.
Getting there and just the atmosphere, like pretty much whatever Beyonce said went. Like, everybody was in their chrome. Like, everybody looked good. Everybody looked amazing. Every time you walk past someone going into the AT&T Stadium, that's a big ass stadium. Stadium. It's huge. So just walking around, seeing thousands of people just there to celebrate this woman who's pretty much been part of our lives musically. Even more than musically. She's been in films and been on TV shows like for better half of 30 years now. And it really didn't sink in. That aspect didn't really sink in for me until the first piano notes of Dangerously in Love. I'm like, dang, that album came out like 20 years ago. It came out 20 years ago. And just just realizing just how long she's been in my life as far as musically, as a kid, just seeing her now, like, it's just like me and Aaron were saying, like, all we can just sit there and just be in that moment,
right?
Because this is the first time I've ever seen her live. I've heard her albums on repeat. I've seen clips of concerts, seen the tour movies, the concert films and everything, but just being there and seeing the energy, like, there's nothing like it. There's absolutely nothing like the energy in that arena, because you just got up and danced. There was someone sitting next to me who did not sit down at all. Like, she was there just from the start to to the end after
I was
some
standing
years on
throughout the
pitch.
interludes too, like, cause like I was so hyped the whole time, like, and I think this might be my favorite album. So like, there was no point for me to sit down. I just wanted to stand the whole entire time, like.
And just standing, just like being there dancing, like, dang, I'm sweating, like I'm tired. And she's just going like it's nothing. Like like she can go on for hours, like even past what she was doing. And it shows her, how hard she works, because you that's not an easy thing to do. Like you have to be in shape. Like you had to be in some serious shape in order to perform like close to 3 hours every night and not get tired and not lose your breath or seem like you're losing your breath. And that's what I'm saying. Like she is like the hardest, if not one of the hardest working women show business, the hardest working women show business, because she makes it look effortless, even though she works her ass off to make it look that way. And just seeing that
works, like the lady has put in her time. Like that's why I can't wait to have that conversation that I said when we was playing the game, that this Taylor versus Beyonce. Like I'm so over it. Like it is like, don't get me wrong, the girl can do her thing, but it's like two different leagues. Like can't even compete where you don't compare. Like no shade. Like it's no shade. Like it's no shade.
Like I know some people on the TL who went to the whatchamacallit, the goddamn what Aaron said, tour and everything, and more power to them. They got their life or whatever, but when it comes to that Renaissance, just the more we talk about it, the more it's flashing in my mind, and I want to go to my video. Mike, I get it, because I remember Mike was telling us when he went to Homecoming and he went to the tour, and when he's like, you know what, I got everything on my phone. They don't ever have to release the footage because I got it saved, because that it locks in your mind, and when you think about it, you have to keep going back to it because of just how amazing it was, so your brain can confirm all of that.
I watched my videos for days. Like, I mean, even that night, like in the lift going back to the hotel, I was just like, I literally just experienced this, and like, and I was close. Like, I think that was still shaking for me. Like, I was like, girl, like you literally like, like. I definitely my favorite. I think this is out of the times I've seen her, this has been the best time. Like I had a ball. And hearing all my favorite songs from the album live is like, it hits different. I kept telling y'all, I said, when y'all hear y'all favorite song live,
there was only one song
different. Like
like
she didn't play. That was all up in your mind. I wanted her to play it all up in your mind, but she did not. That was slow. Like when we listened to the album, that was slowly becoming one of my favorites. And she didn't play it, I was like, oh, dang.
Wait, I thought y'all got the big three.
No, unfortunately.
We didn't.
We got my big three. But
shout outs to Moana Lisa. First time on YouTube.
Period. Like it should have like, but there is no comparison. Like, and that's why I'm like, every time I see it on the timeline, it's like there is no way. And then now that with the whole film, I'm like, y'all chill out. Like the girl got good music, but I'm sorry, she does not compare with Beyonce. Like
when they changed Coachella's name to fit Beyonce, when they called it Beychella, like you knew she was an icon at that point, because there was no black female headliner for Coachella before her. And
no. I'm sorry for mispronunciation. Mona Lisa. I do apologize for that. I always try to get people.
Y'all gonna have to battle it out in Mario Kart now.
I will definitely go to atone, because I always try to because my name is hard to pronounce, so I always try to make sure. I can't see the comments because I got y'all in full screen. Hold on, let me back out. Oh God! Before I let Aaron jump in here, I just want to enhance. I want to go ahead and piggyback on Avia's point about the cardio and all of the hard work, because not just 3 hours performance, but we also got to incorporate the wire work Beyonce does in the performances. Oh, yeah. How she has to maintain balance when certain props roll on out and everything like that. So Beyonce put the work in the show.
It did, for sure.
Go ahead, Aaron. Let her know. Let her know. what
Drop that
happened.
knowledge, Aaron. What was you
The
feeling?
knowledge. I got my big three, so I'm I'm blessed. That was like I know we're not supposed to do this as fans because it teeters on that stand line, but that was like a damn baptism. I'm sorry. Like it was just yeah. That was real showmanship. Like I keep telling everybody, no offense to anybody's faves. We're not naming any faves. We don't have to do all that. But nobody's doing it like that. I mean, like Avia said, 3 hours of just dancing and singing and all the imagery and the pyrotechnic, like just it just that's a real concert. That's the kind of concert you should be hearing about. Like it just I can't get over the visual. Like no, Mike, I give him that. He wouldn't spoil it too much for me, but he said those visuals gonna blow my mind, and he was right. He was right.
The interludes were everything. Like
beautiful.
And can we also give it up to her for the quick costume changes? Because she came in and out like 3 to 4 minutes.
In and out.
Like
in
brilliant.
and out.
The lady gonna give us a look every time she on that stage. Multiple,
okay. Who does it like in her band? Her band was like on point.
Ooh, that band. Whoo.
Like homeboy playing that guitar. I'm just like, dude. I would literally take an hour just listening to him too. Like, man.
Shout out to the Snow Bunny on the piano. She was killing it too.
Oh, and Aaron made a good point.
She got to. I mean, she's right.
What I say?
What she did, she really incorporated everybody into the show.
Right.
It wasn't really about just her. Like she really made it seem like an experience. Because like every time she did a costume change, or like she went to go in and out, she either incorporated the band, had the band play for about 4 to 5 minutes till she came back with her next look, or she had the background singers come up, sing their own song, sing the cover of Love Hangover.
Oh my god.
Incredible. And at the end, when she had the dancers voguing, like incredible. Like just incredible. She knew how to take the focus off of her when it was appropriate.
Right.
So she could truly make it an experience for everybody, to where like it was like her artistry. Like she didn't just focus on her artistry, she focused on the people around her as well, and I really appreciated that. And
I love how she proved she didn't need an opener. Like she is the opener, she is the closer, she is Beyonce. I mean, like I get it. I literally get it. I mean, I half expected Jay to pop up when she did like 2 songs, but still like didn't need it at all.
I was personally hoping for Megan, but then when I had to keep reminding myself, Houston was the literal next date, and then that would have been.
Like it's a breathtaking show. Like the exactly, the costume change, like everything was man. I've never seen anything like that in person, and it just takes you somewhere that if you didn't experience it, you really can't overstand just mouth. And I really hope and wish everyone gets an experience like that.
I'm gonna stand.
Period.
Stand.
Period. And I love how each outfit meant something. Because because when she came out, she had like the veil.
And the fact that we still got 2 more acts out there.
Oh man.
Exactly.
Like I'm just the fact was she did this with 1 act. Just imagine what she's gonna do with 2 and 3. Like it's
like, I think that's what sets her apart.
Yeah.
Because we still are consuming Act 1, still get to watch the visuals, still get to watch the tour film and the doc, and then we still got 2 more acts after this. So it is like, what else can you give us? Like, how else will you turn our heads and have us like, like, I can't wait. Like, but for now, with Renaissance, I feel like everything that I wanted, I have, like, the 100+ looks, it makes no sense. Like, the lady had so many different looks, like, and they all were. I got too many favorite looks. I literally do. Like, I have too many favorites.
Because like the first one when she came out for our show, she had like a white like veil type thing, like a white dress where she did, you know, pretty much did her ballads, like her slow songs, like her ballads and stuff. Then when she went into the album, and she had like the chrome look, where she did, you know, pretty much went from I'm That Girl to Cozy
and the Alien Superstar.
And Alien Superstar, where she did the first 3 songs, she had that chrome look. And then, I think each 3 songs, like she changed, she changed her look because each look meant something as the album. Like each section of the album means something different. So I feel like she was able to incorporate the meanings behind, you know, each section and make you know, costumes based off of the meaning of those, and it worked. Like it worked.
So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Ava, because I want to touch on that aspect because, like you mentioned, when it came to the core Renaissance, she had that. But then when she did her classics, her previous songs, it was her outfit was an amalgamation of all of her iconic looks from her iconic visuals. So, like as Mike pointed out, the outfit she wore when the
outfit I got, that was like I felt that was definitely a callback to Diva. That from the Diva costume, that big one, that was definitely a callback to that.
Right. And then the hat, of course, that she starts off with, and when she started doing Formation, that's of course an homage to the hat she had in the video and everything. But it was a little bit more chromed out. It had a certain planetary reference that Aaron let us know about. Personally, I thought it made her look like a dope ass Kung Lao because that had a dope ass Kung Lao hat. But I very go ahead.
Me, Aaron, and Q went to the Dallas show.
Yeah, and I went to Nashville. Oh, child. It was like my show took so long to get here. But then once it was gone, I had to watch everybody else's show. And I was just sitting there like, dang, I should have just waited.
I will personally say that
Friday nights, I had to go.
I'll personally say that the funniest thing was that B was running on CP time.
I just think it's so cool for her to be her own opening act and start off with the ballads. Like, I think that go ahead, get them out the way, you know, show us your vocals and everything, since people want to play in your face. You know, and she gave us the good ballads too. You know, I love all 3 of those. The fact that she did I Care is one of my favorite songs. I love that. So yeah, I love the fact that she opened up with that, because I knew once it got the Renaissance that it was gonna be high pace. I'm about to show my ass, dance, give y'all what you want. So I still can't believe the lady was voguing.
Period.
Like,
and
still what she say.
But no, they were killing it. Like that last little interlude that they had.
Man. Yeah, the closing dance. The dance.
Check on this puppy. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So I want to just quick do. Oh, go ahead, Evie. You have.
No, I'm just saying they killed it. I'm saying, you know, they did a damn good job.
They did.
So I personally want to say, for me, a personal little anecdote was hearing Formation live. That was a pretty dope ass experience, because, you know, Homecoming was such a glorious occasion, and it was so like exclusive. So just to hear a song for me from that era, it live, it was like I'm kind of getting the vibes from when she did. Like I felt like that's what she was doing when she, because that was the only song she did from Lemonade, if I'm recalling it correctly. Yeah, I know my memory can be bad sometimes.
I can't. Is that?
Or maybe it's this coffee I'm drinking.
I don't know. I need to go back look at the footage that I got
I
to see if
think it
that's
was
the.
the only one.
Yeah, that was just so dope and something. Cause I love Lemonade as well. So hearing a song live because it's like mythological now to hear any song from Lemonade live. It feels like you're a part of history, in my opinion. So to hear her do Formation live, it was like, wow, like she blessing us with this. And then she did, and then one of the other songs she did, which was, I'm jumping all over the place, but Crazy in Love. And I had to lean over to Aaron and Avery, and I'm like, that was 20 years ago. Like it almost felt like this is like almost a 20-year celebration of that. The fact that she even performed it was like, wow, like hitting all the moves too. Like it was 03, no skipping or nothing, hitting all of it. What more can we expect, for B to have that locked in? So it was like, I would say that section where she performed her old songs and other songs that weren't on Renaissance, because she, of course, played Before I Let You Go, and then had an intro, which I was scrambling to get to my phone to record so I can send it to Mike, because I already knew. I like, and this is before I knew that, our sets were the same. I was like, oh God, I gotta get to my phone and record this so I can send it to Mike because she's doing the intro to freaking play.
I didn't know y'all got the same songs as us. I was like, child, love.
I never been to a concert, and Mike did such a great job not trying to spoil us on anything.
I did not want to spoil it, especially knowing that that's y'all first time seeing Beyonce. I wouldn't definitely do that. I was just ready for y'all to experience what I experienced, especially how we all listened to Renaissance for a whole year together, and talked about our favorite songs and talked about this, and theorized with everybody else, and I was just ready for y'all to experience what I experienced. Like I said, it's different when you see your favorite artist live. Like it's a total different experience, and you get to hear all your songs and actually see your favorite artist go off. Like my lady, my queen, she showed her ass off, and I want to continue to do that, like, for real.
She did.
I gotta say, when she wrote, because we were blessed to be one of the later performances where she brought out Blue Ivy, and I can say that there were the biggest reactions of the night was the transition to Cozy that blew up the stadium. Me personally screaming for Heated because all I could hear was my heart beating in my voice, and I kind of was zoning out and almost fainted. But in my opinion, the objectively largest cheer of the night was when Blue Ivy came off the stage for them to perform. And that was just because at first my phone caught it before I caught it, because I'm like, oh, they going up for Black is King songs. I'm like, yeah, they need to put some respect on that. But then I look over and I see Blue Ivy in the background. I'm like, oh, I get it now. Yeah, it's going to be lit. You're going to be doing the choreography, which she was hitting it on point. So it was like, yeah. That was the truth. That was the truth on that one.
Speaking of Cozy Live, that's been my favorite part. Like every time, like Cozy Live, seeing her do that and dancing with the robots, and then getting out there, and then they train into Alien Superstar.
Cozy with
too much for my heart.
Like when she started, like, pretty much began with all the Renaissance songs, like that's when I was like, I like every time I would try to sit down, as soon as she started playing
man.
Like when Cozy came on, my voice was already hoarse. Like by the time
I was hoarse by the time she got the church girl.
Like my voice was gone. Like my voice was gone because like I was singing Cozy with my chest, like. And when I was like, might I suggest you don't fuck with my sis?
She's comfortable.
Like just having a ball and not giving a crap about what anybody around me was thinking. Just listening to the music and just vibing out to music like you're supposed to do. And it was just like when Alien Superstar came on.
Oh, that trans. No,
I'm about to say, how did y'all feel about the transition and from the Sweet Dreams, like into like
switch
up
and
Aaron the Sweet Dreams, and she started Yeah, forever.
So
Woo!
Aaron and Avius almost saw, like, if we talking about, I thank you for bringing that up because that was really when I almost fainted because Aaron all had to grab me because he figured I was finna. Because Sweet Dreams is my favorite Beyonce song ever. I was telling them if she performs that, it was gonna be a big issue for me personally because I would have been like in a coma. Probably would have still been sitting up in Dallas hospital in a coma because she played that damn song. And when I heard that, I'm like, she's about to do it. She's about to do it.
I love the fake outs that she did. Like it's a definite fake out, but it's like a good fake out. Like,
can I say that lady is petty? Because when she played,
don't even talk about it, because that's when I got a problem.
Or not to be. Not, I was like, oh, she's about to play Freakin' Dress. Oh my god. She's about to do it. That's like one of my favorite Beyonce songs.
And then she pulls like, "You make me happy."
I was like, oh,
girl, like, give it, like, come on. Oh, I got you.
That just means she'll do it in Act 2. That's all.
Because like, I was so old. She played me. I was like, B, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Oh, please.
There she goes. There she goes.
Hey,
there
y'all.
she goes again.
Hey.
Adele.
Say hey, fam.
Hey.
Was that Johan I saw in the bottom corner?
He right here.
Adorable.
They running in here.
That's the visuals.
But yeah, she was them two. Yeah, cause I'm like, yep, I like the Freakum Dress tees and then the Sweet Dreams tees. Those were like, come on, just give it to us, please, ma'am, please. I'm mad that I'm mad. I'm probably missed any of the meme faces she may have made. I was just so in the moment dancing to the songs. I don't know if she did any.
I think the only one she did was when we were doing Love on Top.
Oh yeah.
Y'all! I said we killed that. We were singing for about 2 minutes straight, whole acapella, the whole stadium. As soon as she finished Love on Top, we were still singing the song for 2 minutes straight.
It's like I said. I think that's why a lot of people fail to realize that at that concert, in that moment, in that time, whenever you went, how your experience, nobody can take that away from you because that is a true vibe and experience. Like, she made this album for us to just have a good time, feel good music, and enjoy the companies of others around us. Like, I want to go again.
Like
I can live for the last show. And Kansas City is a rescheduled date, so it's kind of crazy because New Orleans would have been the last day.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of New Orleans, I got some beef with the New Orleans folks because they not
for the new challenge.
Grand prize.
Cap.
You can't be mad.
Great. We did fantastic.
We did fantastic, but you know,
we did a great job. But
I guess
as soon as he said, everybody on mute, the whole.
The whole entire stadium.
So did we. We went super quiet, and then
but if it's the way she looked, she was like, okay.
No, but for us, she said, like, after we did it, she was like, when she got back, feel your energy. She was like, God. She was like, oh my God.
Because you gotta.
If she never said anything afterwards, your mute was okay. Like, if she didn't like she did with Atlanta, or like she did with y'all, and like she did with New Orleans, I'm sorry. Like,
like, and when people and y'all gotta remember this. It's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, stadium in the country. So when we went quiet, it was like a horror movie echo. Like went so that's why I'm like, okay, New Orleans, you got muted quicker. but the atmosphere, the je ne sais quoi of it all, the couthness of it all.
The couthness.
You're right about that. It was the couthness.
We were so hyped. Like, as soon as we finished it, as soon as the mute challenge was done, we all looked at each other like, yeah, dude.
It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
And then I stepped on energy. But no, hearing the Madonna remix to "Move," that
Oh
was pretty.
yeah.
That was pretty
To
dope.
move.
No.
Break
My
my
brain.
soul.
Break my
Yes, because
soul.
because every time I hear her do Grace Jones, now every because I listen to Move so much, every time I hear her say Grace Jones, I think of Move, and then every time I think of Grace Jones in Move, I think of her sounding like Maya Angelou when she says, "How many times I will say," like so that's like my like it's now like mental ticks in my brain right now. I listen to Move and Heated like almost every day. Like if I don't listen to nothing else, I'm listening to those two songs back to back.
Let's see who in my top. I think Virgo's Groove is still number one in my Spotify
I
stat.
mean, let's just be honest. Let's be
Alien
Let's
honest.
just be
Superstar. I'm sorry.
honest. Like, I mean,
I
let's talk
personally was gonna
about it.
say
You already
Virgo's
know
Groove.
how I
I
feel.
was gonna
Virgo's
say
Groove
Virgo's Groove
clears,
because
like
I mean, her popping up
clears,
with the clown like she's Venus. Like,
clears.
man,
Let's talk. Okay, so let's get into it, right? Because I gotta say, I love all the transitions, and I know may have told y'all different, and on the interludes, but I think as I'm sitting here talking about it and remembering it, I now have to readjust what believe my favorite interlude is, and that is the interlude leading into America Has a Problem, because
yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
all that
definitely.
has to be. Because that was another song I somehow convinced myself she might not play. So I was looking forward to that one as well. Because I'm like, maybe she doesn't do America Has a Problem. Maybe she doesn't do Heated. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe she does. Maybe she does. And then
why she
like,
have to do the remix though? Never mind. Never mind. We're not getting into that. Never mind.
but I would
Those
say
things.
America Has a when she performed that whole presentation was like.
Yes.
I was awestruck when she came up with the desk and the on air and all of that. It was just it just gave something that
I got
nobody
that
else would be
T-shirt.
given.
And those it
I
was
got that
the
T-shirt.
what were those things? They look like flags. They they had the sparklers to look like American flags. Whatever those were, that was amazing.
Mhm.
Like just who thinks of that? Who thinks of
Her
that?
Yeah,
mind, her mind.
mine's is still gonna
Brilliance.
be opulence. Like
Yeah,
Mm.
opulence.
that's a good
We got
one.
to see the ballroom. We got to see clips of
Yeah.
potential if that is the Renaissance visuals and her being
Was
in
that
that
also the
pink.
listening party?
It is
Because
the
I
listening
saw
party,
like
and then
Jay
her
and
doing
stuff.
this, da, da, da,
Oh
with
yeah,
that
yeah.
big fella fan. I said, okay, body.
Miss Honey. Miss
Miss
Honey.
Honey.
Like opulence is definitely my favorite. I do like the interlude that is before the big three, which is a
Mhm.
sacred. I think that interlude is really, really cool. I sent y'all the thread about it, how it like dissects the whole entire picture of Renaissance, and it, like, has her opening up the portal and everything like that. That is my favorite because it just shows. It feels like it's showing everything in one box before she
Yes.
goes into the next transition. But yeah, opulence is number one for me.
Yes.
Like,
Mhm.
definitely.
You know, it was all a metaphor for what happens post the biblical revelation, right?
Yes, with the aliens and everything, space being a primary focus of it. If you're up on your revelations.
Yeah. Red horse. We went through we went through the four horses. Brilliant.
Also, I would like to once again, in more detail, give love to the Black is King song she played because Mike
Y'all
has.
played in Black is King face. I'm sorry.
Who
Who's
is
y'all?
y'all? Who is y'all? Who is y'all?
Who's y'all?
You want to say
Who said that?
Power? My Power
Who said that?
and Black Parade are like the two of my favorite songs that
Oh,
aren't
I
on
love Bigger.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going back to the South. I'm going back. Where my roots ain't watered down. Like,
We was
I
lit.
just wish it was its own. I wish it wasn't for that movie because it
I
was
was.
too good. It was too good for that movie.
I will say that when they showed the picture of the American flag, but with the red, black, and blue,
Man,
I had to take my hat
yes.
off and throw the fist in the air.
Look, nah,
yeah.
you and me, yeah, we did that.
I did. We all did it. Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, that was. Oh my God, that was beautiful.
And then
Beautiful.
my power makes you just get hyped. You know, that's a Leo theme song. So it just made as soon as I heard it, I'm
Yeah.
like, ugh, like
It made you get loose, get
it's
loose,
that like
get low.
Mhm.
just like just hearing the words just like in
Yeah.
person, just like it did something to me. Because like I said, those are probably even though I listen to a lot of Beyonce, those are probably the two songs that I listen to the
Yeah.
most.
And her coming out on that tank.
Woo!
Yes,
Well,
yes.
actually, the official name of the vehicle would be an APC.
Okay,
Actually,
coming out on the APs. Yeah, yeah.
on the
We can
APC,
acknowledge that. Well, her doing that was awe-inspiring.
yes, it was. And can we give
Like
a
that.
shout out one more again to
Mhm.
her, the twins, for doing the damn
Oh yeah,
thing?
Yes,
oh yeah.
they deserve their
They
flowers.
twins. Oh yeah, they did the damn thing.
I was a little scared for them around the end, but
Oh
they
yeah,
Yeah,
deserve
when
their
they
when it,
climbed on the
flowers.
pole,
mm,
when they climbed on the pole.
Yeah. I was like, remember, y'all, it's a pretty big stadium. Don't do that. But they professionals. They professionals. They got it.
I will say when the at the end of at the end of the show where Beyonce was doing her best SpongeBob impersonation from the end of the SpongeBob movie when she was off the high wire and everything,
Yeah.
that tied it all up.
Yes.
I can hear y'all better now. I could not hear y'all just a second ago.
No, I was saying when Beyonce did her best SpongeBob impression from the end of the SpongeBob movie, you know, when SpongeBob's hanging on the wire and everything, when Beyonce was up there in the air, I'm like, yep,
It's the
this
fact
is
that that meme has been out since the beginning of the tour. Like, oh my god, I hate it. I hate it. Oh my god, like I hate it.
but she did the damn thing for show for show.
She did.
I was
The queen.
like the
And
The queen.
anticipation and the build up, like because let
Yeah.
me tell you about us waiting for this performance. Let me tell you how many times they baited us with like because they had the DJs playing the medleys as people was getting to their seats and everything, so you can get
Mm.
warmed up. And then when it's like, okay, it's about that time, they kept doing the doom 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 doom, like the type of music you would hear before the
And
performance, like,
smoke.
and then
I
smoke
sent
and
y'all
everything.
that Spotify playlist that has like all the like music. Yeah, like
That
that's
pissed
funny.
me off.
Like, and then everybody's like,
Everybody
"Woo!"
got quiet, start clapping. I'm like, oh, okay.
oh, and I
No.
think me and Aaron actually saw her coming from
See,
the
there's that
tunnel.
damn song. That was the damn song.
Damn show.
Yep, that was it.
Not Mike giving us PTSD.
Girl,
I swear he is. That's that
That
damn song.
was that shit. That's that
That's all
shit.
they were playing. And I think she came through the tunnel
For
for
30 minutes.
30 minutes before she went on. Because we were kind of contemplating, like, is that her? So someone, like, we had the perfect view of the tunnel. Like, we could see
She had
people
the
coming in
veil.
and out the tunnel. And she had the veil, someone was helping carry it. So it was her. Yeah, but she didn't go on to like 30 minutes after, 30 minutes after that. So we're like, oh, so that was her. Okay.
Mike, you really give me PTSD because I'm mad all over again.
it's
y'all,
okay. I had
when
to
we
go through it too.
when we say that it was supposed to start at 8,
8 to 11.
It started at 9:40, like about between 8:39,
She
about
said, you
9:30
go.
and
She said
9:40.
she want all of our butts in the seats first. I don't blame her.
not one
I don't
bit.
blame
It was worth it. It was
her.
worth it.
Yeah.
Doom, doom,
See,
doom.
they didn't have the book. They did not have the book, and I am upset.
I ain't got
Stop.
no haircut, and I done took that hat off, and I had to put my headphones on.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's too
Hopefully
like
much.
I hope she puts the books online so that you can get one for real.
I hope so
I
because I saw
wanted you to
people.
get the book so bad.
I did
Like,
too. Like as soon as
Well,
I
then
went
that
up to
means we
get
just need to go to another concert to get it.
period.
Woo!
Like as soon as I
Renaissance
went
I
up to
Act
get
had to
2.
get it. That was the like literally that was the only thing I really wanted from merchandise was the book because
Hmm.
it's just the pictures, the behind the scenes, and like the stuff. Like yeah, like this.
Man, because what I tell you, I went up to the merchandise counter
God.
and I asked them, I asked them, do y'all have any books or anything like that? She said, no, we don't have any. There might be at the other merchandise tables, but they didn't have any either. So I came home with two, but with see, I wanted so bad. They
Girl.
came home with two shirts, and that was it. But I
But two
saw
shirts
some.
is better. I ain't gonna hold you.
I
I
I,
didn't
did.
get no shirt. I wanted a fan and a damn shirt. They was sold out of fans.
I had to get me one of these bad boys right here. I had to get one of these bad boys. You know, when in Texas, you gotta. I was searching high and low for a cowboy hat because you know it's Dallas, it's Texas. You got to be a cowboy. You got to be representing the Cowboys in Texas.
Get
You know
him
what
off the
I'm saying?
stage.
The
Get him off the
Cowboys in
stage.
Texas.
Get him off the stage.
So I had to get me the Silver Renaissance cowboy hat. Rep, how do with the cowboy? Let me put it back on real quick. Let me do like this. With the silver, let me go tip mine like this, like looking like this. You see what it's like with the cowboy hat on. You know what time it is when we rocking the Cowboys. I'm glad we're talking about this before Sunday too. But
Okay, you know what? Wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
what is going on? Y'all know tomorrow the last performance. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what y'all are going off about.
The lowest is what? 0.
Y'all are talking about some other stuff that has nothing to do with
Uh-huh.
Beyonce. I'm
He
talking about
throwing subs, thinking it's funny, just like his fave.
no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yep, it's been done.
Don't do that.
It's
Yup,
been
and
done.
I keep hearing this damn song.
It give me PTSD because now I'm looking at the tunnel where she was supposed to be coming out.
Yo. And then it got quiet, and then everybody started clapping, and then they put the music right back on.
Right.
It's so funny because I'm like, so you know, I'm gonna get this Frito pie, and then I'm gonna eat it, and then I'm gonna come back.
You didn't eat
And
it.
by the time, and then no, as soon like 5 minutes after I got done with that Frito pie and made it back to my seat.
Frito pie.
Yeah, I didn't want to get a hot dog and spill it on my shirt.
What is a Frito pie?
It's
I
just
got a hot dog.
it's just chili on some Fritos. They
It's like
call it,
nachos with Fritos. That's all.
yeah. That was my first time having it too, Mike. So I had to be
Oh, that's
educated.
your first time having a Frito pie?
Yeah, stuff
You
at
ate
restaurants.
one too, Avia?
Y'all
Like,
make us sound so country. Stop
He,
it.
You
he
had
was
a
saying that
Frito pie too, Avia?
he's saying
yeah,
that
I
with
got
Shay Avia. Don't answer it. He's trying to be shady. Don't answer it.
Nobody had a
You got a
Frito
Frito
pie
pie?
but Kwamani. I hadn't
so
had a
I didn't know
Frito pie
at
since
the
I was
concert.
growing
No,
up.
at the concert, no, I didn't get any at the concert. I didn't eat anything at the concert. I just
I
got a
was like, you
bottle of
didn't eat
water.
anything. I had a
Yeah, I
chili
just got a bottle of
dog.
water.
That expensive ass chili dog. Jerry, you need to stop.
Well,
Mike was getting
What you
ready to
got
talk
against
about
Frito pie? What you got against Frito pie? Hold on.
Who eats Frito pies?
Mike. I
It,
couldn't
who
get
eats
nothing else.
nachos? Who eats nachos?
I couldn't get nothing else out of fear of spilling it
But I
on
don't
my
eat no
shirt,
Frito
brother.
pie.
Like
Have you? Okay.
they didn't have anything clean over there, bro. That's it. That's
I
all
mean,
they.
you could have got one
Oh,
of
so
those
you think
specialty
Frito
hot
pies is
dogs.
clean?
It's not. I
It's not
mean,
as
you,
it's not
you
as
could have
dirty.
gotten like a cheesesteak.
There was
You
a
really
low. There
had
was
an
a low.
opportunity to do
Look,
Ooh, a lot going on.
look,
that.
y'all got to understand something, right?
Like
Y'all
going
got y'all
on.
y'all got to understand something. I got the fresh cut on, so I knew whatever I ate, I didn't have to worry about it being in my beer. So that's one thing I was happy about. But I'm like, okay, what they gonna have here to eat that's not gonna be too heavy, so I'm not getting up and going to the bathroom, nothing like that. So I'm like, okay, I'll just
I'm
get a Frito pie.
hollering.
I mean, you could have gotten a burger. You
How
did
much
have
them burgers? Them burgers was like an arm and a leg.
same. They were the same amount as that Frito. Well, okay, maybe $2 more.
arm and leg.
They were just that's it was the hot dog and something else that was just too much. Too
Yeah,
much.
I knew it was gonna be expensive, so I was like, you know what? When we stopped at the wing place in Frisco, I was like, this will fill me up for the rest of the day.
I should have got more. I should have got more wings. I should have got more. That was my fault because remember I did say I was gonna get some more wings and leave them at the hotel, but
Hmm.
Beyonce had another plan. It just smells so good in there. The hot dogs and the popcorn, and you smell that beef. Somebody cooking some steak. Like, oh, I hate going to that stadium.
Because you know you're gonna spend money on some food. All you know.
Yes. And then they got that very specific Gatorade. Just bless them. But also don't bless them because Jerry had enough money.
Them folks almost
Thank you.
them folks almost got me good. Talk about some. Oh, you can have something ordered to your seat, and it's a Cowboys.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like what
Yeah,
I look like downloading a Dallas Cowboys app.
See,
Like,
and he said he
see,
don't talk
Wait,
to
see,
the
I thought.
Cowboys.
Wait. I thought you
See.
was
There
bandwagon on the
you go.
Cowboys.
I don't live
I
in
thought.
Texas, so I would only be using it one time. So that's what I mean by that. That
Oh,
would be
but
taking
if
up
you're a
space on my
fan,
phone.
if that's your new team, you can just support.
I mean, but they got betting stuff. I don't bet in anything like that, and that's about
Woo,
it. And
lot
it's like,
going on.
y'all not finna turn. We're talking about Beyonce. We're talking about the Renaissance. We
I
ain't
think
talking about
Beyonce would
nothing
ask
else.
you the same thing. She would say, "So why are you shading Texas?"
I'm not shading Texas. Y'all are projecting me shading Texas.
Mm,
I'm not shading
She would
Texas.
say,
mm.
"So why don't you want an app?" She said, "She would probably just
Mm.
say, how do you know you never go back?"
Well, my phone is currently almost full anyway, so I got to mitigate what I put on my phone.
Can you unfull it?
Unfull it. I mean, I'm not deleting my Beyonce videos. That's not happening. So until I get like an SD card or something. So it's just it's
Put
all
them in a
it's
Google
all
Drive, my guy.
it's
Google
all
Drive.
it's all situational, folks. It's nothing. There's no shade. There's
Don't
no
listen to him. Don't listen to him.
like y'all are trying to bring in foot. We're talking. I just want the public to know we're talking about Beyonce, the Renaissance, not the Cowboys. Like we're not talking about that. Like we're not doing that. You know, I got my cowboy hat on, so that should tell you all you need to know about how I feel about the Cowboys.
Y'all haters
And
corny with that anti-Dallas
Yeah,
Cowboy
Cowboy
mess.
that is, see, y'all are misrepresenting me. Y'all are misunderstanding me. So I'm just gonna cut it, not cuff it. Even though I would like to cuff it, but I'm just gonna. I'm just going.
Good pun.
I'm just gonna do that, because we're starting it a little bit too derailed on talking
It's
about
starting to get a little
unimportant.
heated. Starting to get a little heated.
Exactly. We're getting a little bit heated talking about irrelevant stuff, things that
Well,
don't
it's
matter when we need to
okay
be talking
because
about
we'll be
Beyonce.
picking it back up. We'll be picking it back up because we have tomorrow is the last show. In between tomorrow and the next couple weeks, we might be getting tickets for the film, so we might be getting a
Mhm.
trailer. Anything can happen. Act 2 can be dropping. So we will be continuing on this journey of Renaissance and beyond. And,
Part 3?
thank you for listening. Ciao.
What?
But yeah,
Oh,
Beyonce
that's
was
gonna be Act
amazing.
3.
20 out of 10. 20 out of
Yeah,
10.
Oh, yeah.
20 out of
Oh,
10. She's
Definitely
right.
toward the decade. I'm still, like I said, I
Yeah.
don't know how. I'm ready to see what the visuals look like, and I'm ready to see how she's going to, continue with Act 2 and Act 3. Because it's like, what else?
Hmm.
How else can you shake the table? Because I feel like she has shaken the table already.
Mhm.
Yeah.
big
This is
facts.
gonna be
Big facts.
huge. It's gonna be
Big facts.
huge.
Yep. I give it an infinity out of 10. Can't wait for part 2.
And can I say that was quick? Like the notification, like there was such a there was a lot going on. It was like soon as it said Beyonce might be making a concert film, making a film, the visuals, and then the visuals will be released soon. Then the
Yeah.
visuals was released in December. The revisuals are, AMC is finalizing a deal with Beyonce to have the film be released December 1st. I'm like, dang, like all in
And
one
that
day.
just lets you know she had all this planned.
Woo! I would not be surprised, except for the parts where I would be surprised if something doesn't pop up around Grammy season, just because maybe.
Mm.
I can see that.
When is the cutoff for best documentary for Oscar?
Oscar nominations, normally Oscar bait season, normally
December.
like November through January, or
Hmm.
maybe even early February, depending on how the voting cutoff. But yeah, normally around like November through late January, maybe early February.
Interesting. Well, Mike, do you have any final words on the Renaissance?
No, I'm good.
Avia?
I'm good.
I said my piece. Like, Beyonce is the artist of our generation. Like, and
Facts.
she proved it. And she proved it with this tour.
Facts. What about you, Mr. Aaron Michael Johnson, there in the heart of Texas himself? Any
Patronizing. I just want to say how this is still stuck in my head. Miss Eric brought you to Puerto Rico so you could get some fame. Now I'm gonna go across the border so I could do the same. That's stuck in my head. Thank you, B. Thank you.
Yes, and I would just
That is
like
so
to
funny.
say, and my final thoughts on it is, this was as advertised with you, the highest hyperbole, the highest way to describe anything Beyonce related in a positive spectrum. This lived up to it and then some. This was a once in a lifetime unforgettable experience, and it's only brought to you by Miss Beyonce Knowles Carter. Thank you, Miss Carter.
Thank you, Miss Carter.
Hey, Miss Carter.
So in that case, this has been your Renaissance Mode Diversity Squad talking about the Renaissance. And yeah, go stream Renaissance on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, everywhere. Buy it physical media. Make sure we keep that alive and kicking. And yeah. This is Cowboy Q signing off with the rest of the MD squad.
Gosh.
And we will see y'all later. Everybody say peace.